I quit my job so I do not have to work the holidays, and now a new mom has to work in my place. Am I the astronaut? I am an ICU nurse, and for the last 6 years, I have worked every Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's. It was no big deal to work all these holidays because I do not have an immediate family, widowed 5 years ago, no children due to infertility issues. My parents and siblings have jobs in retail and public safety, which require them to work the holidays as well, so we traditionally celebrate the holidays several days after the actual holiday. This year, my parents retired and wanted to take a family trip to Europe because we have many relatives in Europe, and they wanted to go on European Christmas markets. In July of this year, I requested the week of Christmas off, and it was approved. My brother and sister, as well as their spouses, also got the time off from their jobs since it was requested so early. We are heading to Europe for Christmas. Fast forward to the last week of October, my boss calls me in the office to tell me that she has to take away my Christmas vacation because a coworker had a baby a few months ago, and she needs the time off to celebrate the baby's first Christmas. This same coworker had a baby last year and had this baby 10 months from the other one. The coworker did not work any of the holidays last year and is not scheduled to work any this year. Made boss aware of this point. I argued that my vacation request was approved back in July, and I made plans based on that request being approved. Also, that I had worked the last 6 Christmas holidays and would be working Thanksgiving and New Year. She stated that the priority for holiday vacations was given to those who had families. Is that legal? HR folks, is that legal? I informed her that just because I am widowed and did not have children does not mean that I do not have a family. She backpedaled and stated that people with children were given the priority so they could spend Christmas with them. Again, I reminded her that my vacation was approved back in July and I would not cancel my trip, so someone who did not request vacation time in a timely manner could have the time off just because she had a baby. Needless to say, my boss did not change her mind. She put me on the schedule for Christmas and took my coworker off. I took the issue to HR and they simply said the manager is the one who determines the schedule and no work rules were broken. Is that legal? Well, her plan backfired as I turned in my notice and my last day will be the day before Thanksgiving. Since I quit, my coworker now has to work Thanksgiving and Christmas. My other coworkers are saying that I'm a jerk for not just sucking it up and working Christmas and letting my other coworker have Christmas with her baby. Normally, I do work all the holidays so people can have their time with their family. I have for the past 6 years. The one time I want to do something special with my family, I'm the villain. I do not feel that I am the a-hole here since I requested the time off and made plans accordingly. I will greatly miss my job and love the hospital where I worked and the unit I was in. However, it is time for reflection and to put me first, something I have not done since my husband passed. Since nursing jobs are plentiful, I plan on taking the entire month of December off and look for a new job in the new year. Wowza. Top comment here, you owe them nothing. You were proactive and were given the time off. Other people's lack of planning does not constitute an emergency on your part. Sounds like you've given a great deal of yourself over the years to the point you were taken for granted. The fact that your coworkers don't see any of your sacrifices is just another reason to run. It's time for you to enjoy a holiday with your loved ones. People often view the unmarried as less than. I'm glad OP decided to push back on this. You know, the whole preference to people who don't have families thing. I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
First of all, OP, I hope you have the best holiday in Europe with your family. You know, the key word being family, because you do have a family and you can't prioritize time off for people that have kids like that. That's not even remotely legal, I believe. And 2, I'm so glad that you turned in your notice and that you were getting the entire month off to enjoy yourself after working the last 6 holidays. And
surprise sabbatical.
This is when you, as an employer, treat your employees like they're nothing, like they don't deserve any consideration for what they're saying, that their vacation wasn't submitted 6 months ahead of time, like all of these things, and you treat them like they don't matter, you lose the good ones because they can go somewhere else where they do matter or find work for themselves, do something, but you can't treat people like this and treat them like they're less than because someone else decided to have a baby. And it's just, there's no way. So maybe you should just sue and never go back to work.
I was going to say, I would seriously talk to an attorney about the HR side of this because it feels like you were wronged. Or do some research first and then potentially, but be open to it because... Right. I don't feel like this is okay. And Amy Castro, you make a great point here. Christmas with new babies is for the parents. It's not, the kid doesn't know what day it is.
No, I think this
You can do this on a
coworker.
different day. And I think that's one of the risks of the job that you're in, right? You understand that could happen. But you had every right to choose you here, OP. And I think, it sounds like it's probably about damn time. And the stars are just aligning for your family for all this to happen at the same time. Like your folks retired and your other family members time off was granted way back too. So it's like the stars align for this to happen. The fact that you have the comforts and the means to be able to take the whole month off and refresh and reposition, I think it makes this all work, right?
Right.
Obviously, a lot of people can't be like, I'm just going to take the whole month off and see where the wind blows me and figure out where I'm at. Most people probably don't have that comfort level, but you do. And you exercise your right to choose yourself. And this is also why a lot of people, employee-wise, have the mentality of, you can't give 110% like consistently. Because if you work 6 Christmases in a row, they're going to expect you to work 20 Christmases in a row. So like going above and beyond is a danger, is a risk in a lot of employee minds, right?
Because they take advantage of it instead of seeing it
yes. And that's
for
sad.
what it is. And to work 6 in a row and then ask for one off and then to have it be approved and then taken away from you, like that's just top tier shitty.
Yep.
And
they FIFO'd.
yeah, they lost a good employee and do not look back.